All right, this is a actually going a little into part of the lesson I just did about how Israel's uh beware of wolves in sheep clothing. Uh and that's talking about you know brothers who appear genuine but really, they're not genuine. And so let me get this about the the leaders, specifically the leaders, the shepherds of Israel that that are off. You know, you have some shepherds of Israel who are in this truth, and you know, you got some that are straight up black conscious, you know, just completely just off, and they don't even have a form of righteousness or godliness. They just have a form of being deep, knowledgeable, and knowing some African uh, BS. This is starting off. Kick this off with is Isaiah 9:16. It says, "For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed." You know, Israel is we are we are sheep. Yahweh Shai, he is the lamb, yes, but he is also our shepherd. And on a lower level, you know, uh, Jacob always, had flocks. That's what we were known for when we came into the Egypt, the Hyksos, which means shepherd king. So we are, raised up to be shepherds to lead the flock as well. And you start to lead sheep. You see how gullible they are. They just follow you. They, you know. But the thing is, with a sheep, as equating to us how we are, you know, at some point, you have to truly examine yourself whether you be in the faith. And guess what that means? You gotta examine your leader. Is your leader causing you to err? Yeah, you gotta make sure you you examining yourself, the path that you on, but is your leader leading you the right way? You have some leaders in Israel that tell you that you can take the shot, the clock shot, and like simple sheep, Israel will just do it because somebody said do it. And the beautiful part about it is that we supposed to follow our leaders, but our leaders are supposed to be righteous, and you supposed to have, but at the same time, you're supposed to have enough common sense to follow the Lamb whithersoever he go. So if you got a leader and it's leading you a certain way, and then all of a sudden he start leading you off path, you gotta separate yourself and start continue following the Lamb. Because if here it is, you got this, flock, and all the lamb are following the sheep, you know, or all the lamb are following each other, and all the flock are following the shepherd. And then, if the sheep are following the sheep that's directly in front of him, well, as long as that sheep is following after the shepherd, then he's fine. You understand what I'm saying? But if that sheep is not following necessarily the lamb, but he's following after, you know, in the lamb being Yahushai. If that the sheep is not following Yahushai, but he's necessarily following the other sheep in front of him, well, if those other sheep start going off and he's just, staring at the back of the ass of the ones that's in front of him, then he's going to be going off too. But that's why you follow the lamb. If you following the lamb, if those ones in front of you veer off, you're like, "Oh, I don't know what they on, but I see where we're supposed to be going. There's my shepherd right there." So, are you really following the lamb, or are you following, the sheep that's in front of you? You gotta really, really examine yourself. Your salvation hinges on some of these doctrines that some of these false leaders teach you. You know, Search the scripture for in them you think you have eternal life. You gotta, check out and make sure, what you're following. You got count the costs. I'm on a straight, narrow path, and I'm doing my best to follow it. And you got to make sure, yeah, firmly within yourself that I'm doing this right, you know, because you got Israel. Israel needs a leader. Israel knows he needs a leader. Israel wants to follow somebody. Let's follow something. You've had plenty of leaders that have been set up that cause Israel to err. You got leaders of Israel that have came and said that they're the God sent comforter. And there's some people that just went along and just, hey, yeah, hey, I'm following the whole the other sheep. They're not following after the lamb. They're following after other sheep. And the Most High, with all, it's never been a time in this truth I remember there's being so many splinter groups. It's crazy. Sakari, IUIC, GOCC, ISUPK, WFI, Swords of Zion, uh, Chosen Seed, and those are the ones I know off the top of my head, but I can keep going. What's that one in Dallas? One body, I think they dropped Yahweh Shy. But you got so many different splinter groups, splits, and more splits, and more splits. Now that's just Israel. But also outside of this truth, guess what? You have a lot of, false leaders. You had a lot of Israelites that followed after Barack Obama. They thought that he was, the second coming of Yahweh Shai. They put their faith in him. And guess what? He's just a plant, a mason. And a lot of these, these even in GMS, even inside of Israel, you got Freemasons. I can bet my salvation. You got Freemasons that are actively in Israel. And it won't be surprising if they're in GMS, whether or not they're Freemasons or Rosicrucians or what's some other secret society name? Those Freemasons, Rosicrucians, Jesuits, Franks, or whatever. But I guarantee you that they are in GMS too, and they're going to be found out eventually. But you but these but they're in here to cause division. So it says mark them that cause division. You know, you had your I think they call it Judas and the Black Messiah. I think that was the name of the movie that depicted the civil rights era where the Black Panthers were coming up, and there again they're supposed to be so-called leaders, and they're set up by the government All of this set up by the government. Your hip hop set up by the government. Your Black Lives Matter set up by the government, or should I say shadow government. Your secret societies. All of these notable people. Your Martin Luther King set up by the government. Prince Hall. Freemasonry. They have a heavy influence in a lot of this, like your Black Boule, your Steve Harveys, because people look up to to coons that they see on TV. But anyways, going back to that movie, during the during the days of the Black Panther movement, you know, one of the things about is that it was always about talk, 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 a whole bunch of talking, talking, talking and marching, talking and marching, talking and marching, and no more protesting anymore. Or if they're protesting to integrate into something. That's what they'll protest. They'll protest to patronize a white establishment. That's what the protests are about. The protests aren't about we're not going to, sit in these white establishments until y'all do this. But nevertheless, it's to keep you focused on debates. The Black Panthers they used to march with guns. They had those black jackets, gloves, and stuff like that. And they march, 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 and it got to a point, a lot of them were basically saying like, what the hell are we doing? All we doing is marching with these guns. What the hell are we gonna do? Like, like nothing's happening, nothing is improving, and just like the devil that he saw is what they do is these false leaders they'll have. Okay, so what do you think we should do? So these are the leaders. The leaders are supposed to come up with the game plan themselves, not asking the ones who's following them what they should do. So you got the leaders asking everybody, well, what do you think we should do? And the people that are on the totem pole, they're down on the totem pole. The foot soldier saying, I think we should do this. Another saying, no, I think we should do that. No, I think we should do this. So now the leaders got the lower level people debating amongst themselves what is the best course of action to take. No, we should do it this. No, we should do this. No, we should do this. And what do you see today? The same thing in the black conscious community. What's the best solution for our people? No, it's Nuwapianism. No, it's Kemetism. No, it's Islam. No, it's this. A whole bunch of debating on what's the solution. Damn it! What is the solution? When is it going to be going to action? So it's a whole bunch of debates and debates and no, this is an ancient book and this is an ancient Kemet book over here and this came from over here and then no they over here claiming no this came from over here and no this is the original of this and no this came from the white man no that came from the white. So it's you spending more time debating than actually putting a plan of action a plan into action. And it's so look and even if you look today, what you got Sarnetta, he had just go and bring and he's a Freemason himself. I saw him one time. He had that hidden symbol of Masonic hand inside of his jacket. He's a straight up Mason. Keep people debating. You debating so much about what we should do that you forget about the oppressor that we fighting. No, we should go back to Africa. Marcus Garvey. No, we should do this. No, we should do that. A whole bunch of motherfucking debates. Like, damn. How many debates are we gonna have? You see what brother Polite did? He was the Egypt expert. Dipped off to Hollywood, started taking pictures with trannies, and he was started focusing on his money and then catching cases about raping or molesting underage minors. So we spending all this time debating, debating, debating. It's so bad now that what people actually look forward to anticipating uh getting some popcorn and seeing a lecture where two people debating is Zion Lex versus uh uh young Pharaoh. Bunch of just debates, but these are the leaders of our people. The leaders of these people has got everybody focusing on debates. Let me get this real quick because I've been talking kind of quite a long time without bringing out a precept. I just had to get that off of my chest. This is Revelations 12 and verse 22 and verse 11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. He that is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. Man, that's why debating is useless. That was one of the methods that all of these free Masonic lodges people have implemented is debates. Debates. Now we do got to contend for the faith. I am not about to, keep, you know, it's it's coming down to the wire. Even sometimes at camp, I don't even feel like debating and contending. But you have to. But you got some people that's not straight up sincere at all. Man, hey, man, like, somebody got to be a two-third. Why not you? Because sometimes you can tell when somebody's not sincere and somebody's not truly, truly sincere, and you know that they're already been sealed. Hey, unless I'm wrong, and maybe somebody else can get through to you. But there's some people I know like you got to come back on the other side by being destroyed on this side. But that's one of the key signs that somebody is a sellout is a whole bunch of debates, 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 debates that you forget about the actual what we're actually doing over here. We're trying to build a nation. Hey, that's it on that. And on that note, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Kodash. That belongs to Elder G. Must be well. Peace, salutations, and shalom.